girl JLP87 here, and today I decided to try out the new Oden's Alva 2 palette. Like, I was trying to debate if I wanted to get this one or the original one, so I just ended up getting both because I like the colors in the original one, but y'all know I'm a sucker for a blue and a green, and the new one has like blues and greens. The only thing is I feel like these are quite pastel-y, so I'm like, I don't know how well this is about to work out for people of my skin tone, but we about to find out today. So, in true fashion, I have no brushes ready, so you're gonna have to hold, please, because I have to find the brushes. But this palette was $29, I want to say. In American money, it was like 29, I think 36 or some weird number like that. And I was like, that's an interesting like number to pick. But you know, whatever floats your boat, y'all. I'm trying to decide if I want to do the green or if I want to do the blue. I'm most likely going to do both. It's just a question of like which one I want to put on which eye and which color combination I'm trying to reach for and all that. So in my mind right now, I'm like slowly trying to think upon that. Like, what exactly are we going to do? I'm not sure. So knowing me, I'm going to kind of just wing it. You know, we can fake it till we make it, just wing it. Now that I have enough brushes out, let's see. I wanted to do like a blue-green eye look, and then maybe do like the oranges and pinks on the other side, so that way we can use both sets of colors. But since I do have the original Alva palette here, I'm like, do we really need to do that? Because I feel like the original Alva palette has those similar tones on the other side. See, I feel like they somewhat have them. They may not have like the orange or that pink shade, but I feel like it has a lot of the other shades, and it has like different tones of that. Orange shade is just, you know, different. So I'm like, I think I'm just gonna go ahead and stick to the blues and greens in this one. So I'll do one eye blue, one eye green, and then I'll use the Alva palette like another time, because like I told y'all, I'm short on time. I'm sorry, I told y'all in the last video, so y'all know about that in this video. But yeah, I still need to use the Nomad palette, then I can finally like go to the store for my mom and go home. I'm hoping to get there like before 12 o'clock, so I'm like, I need to hurry up with this while we sit up here talking about this for like the last 2 minutes. Okay, let's get started. So I'm thinking this is gonna be the blue eye, and then we'll make this the green eye. So I want to dust this aquamarine shade over top of this blue powder shade, but you notice there's no really shades to put on the outer V, so I'm kind of not feeling that whole situation. And this coffee shade is way too dark, so yeah, I guess we just gonna have a powder blue outer V, because I ain't got that much to choose from in this palette, which is, you know, I don't want to use like the yellowish shade to put on the outer V, because I feel like that'd just be really weird and random. So hopefully we can just, well, maybe we might not do an outer V shade just because I'm like, you know, what we doing it with. As you see, I'm patting in the blue. I'm not actually trying to blend it out by any means, because I feel like if I try to blend it out, that's gonna be a whole hot mess. So I'm just patting it into the crease and hoping it'll give us some type of pigmentation once I blend that other shade on top. So I'm just literally stamping it into my crease, and that is all. Like, I don't even think I'm gonna try to blend this, because otherwise we're gonna be looking a whole hot mess. Just a whole hot mess. It is getting some kick up in the pan, but I guess that's good, especially since it's a pastel. It's actually showing up my skin tone, which I didn't expect to happen. And look halfway decent, because I feel like this one actually does look halfway decent. But the fact that it's not blended is like annoying me to my soul. Like, y'all don't even understand. The fact that I know I can't blend it, it's just annoying as hell. But as you can see, it's actually pretty decent. It doesn't look pastel anymore. It looks like it's like blended into my skin tone a little better, which is kind of weird. Dare I say I found a pastel I actually like, and I feel like it actually looks good on me, child. But yeah, it actually looks pretty decent. How about that? So I'm just take this big fluffy brush, number 16 from where this Refer. I'm gonna take that lighter aquamarine shade I told y'all about and start dusting it around that one. Since I can't actually blend that one out, I'm like, if I can dust another shade around it, maybe I'll feel a little better. I don't know. So that will keep me from like blending it, but it'll still let me technically blend it. It'll just be blending another color around it. I'm just concerned what I'm gonna do on the green side. I might have to use aquamarine around that side too, just so I can feel like I dusted a shade around it, so I technically feel like I got to blend that shade out. I don't feel like that aquamarine shade showed up at all though. Look at you, y'all. I feel like I don't see it anywhere. Well, I see it like a little bit, like right at the very top I see it, but I don't feel like I see it like anywhere else on my face. Or on my eyes, I should say. So, interesting there. Okay, now we're gonna get into one of the blues. So I'm gonna swatch all the blues and then we can figure out which one to use. I feel like we should just do the gradient I normally do, which is a dark one in the back, the lighter one toward the front. Oh, the lighter sapphire color is like a dual chromey type shade. It's like the blue purple shift that has going on. I feel like I have a similar shimmer shade to sorry, I feel like I have a similar shade to that, but I had to stop because when I swatched it, I was like, oh, hello. So maybe we'll just, I think I want to use just the darkest shade and that's it. Because I feel like if we use some of the lighter shades, like, it's just going to look really weird because I already have that light pastel going on the lid. So I might tap the sapphire shade with the dual chrome shift on top of this one once we get it there and just put this blue bubble shade in the inner corner. But I'm going to start off with the deep blue shade and just put that all over the lid. Okay, so it's not going on easily at all, but it could just be the brush I'm using. Maybe if I had used like my Refer number 2, a natural hair brush, it would be going on better because I feel like it's really difficult to blend out with this Alter Ego brush. And I feel like these pastel shades are already going kind of gray on me, which I'm kind of not feeling, which is kind of why I didn't want to get this palette. But it could just be I need to get a better base, like a white base to put underneath it. And then that'll like do me a lot better. I don't know. But see, I feel like this just looks really like a dark blue look with like an ashy color that I just threw into the crease. I want to try to make a Revolution base with it, but it had ran out on, what is it, page Beauty Bay. But see, I mean, it looks okay like this. I'm going to go ahead and top that other shade on top though, just because I'm curious what it looks like with this on there. But I'm going to just like try to center it toward the middle to see if it's just going to give us like an extra pop like I think it will. Yeah, y'all see, I feel like I get an extra just dramatic effect toward the middle of the eye when I just put this shade on in the middle eye. So I'm going to just leave it like here in the middle. So I'm not really that, I mean, I'm impressed with the blue shimmer. I just don't like how long it took to pack it on the lid. So that's kind of disheartening. And let's go in with the inner corner shade now so we can get on to this next eye. And that's going to be this shade called Blue Bubble. So let's just go ahead and pop that in there. And y'all know I use the tone activator from Kaleido. So it's like, I feel like I just need to use a base that literally like makes the lid white in order to get the best pigmentation out of this shadow. And the tone activator usually just adjusts to like your skin tone. If I remember correctly, I believe that's what people were saying when we first tried it out. So I'm thinking that's why it's not working the way I want it to work, because it's just adjusting to me as opposed to, you know, like picking up the shadow at its true color. I want to try that Kat Von D one. I'm thinking about buying it during the sale, but I'm like, I don't know, because I don't know much about it. So I'm like, I don't want to venture into that. Okay, so now we're going to take the green tea shade, this one right here, and start with that one. And then eye. So we're just going to put that all in the crease and on the outer V as well. So start with that one. Okay, so I already feel like the green is doing better color payoff than the red. I mean, than the blue. But I am using my refer number 13. Yes, which is a natural hair brush. So it might just work better with natural hair brushes than with synthetic brushes, because we use the e.l.f. brush on the blue side. But as you can see, this one's doing way better. But I feel like this one is a little darker than the blue was as well. So that might be what's helping it along as well. I'm sorry, it sounds like people outside mowing their lawns right now. So my bad. With this one, I actually feel like I can blend it out. I don't have to worry about, you know, it blending away to nothing. So, yeah, so it seems like with this palette, I'm going to have to use natural hair brushes. I feel like if I use a natural hair brush on the blue side, it might work out as well, too. So we'll have to test that out another time, because obviously I already told y'all I don't have time. So I'm going to take that same brush I used before and just use the aquamarine shade across the top of this shade. Even though I don't necessarily feel like I need to with this side, because it blended out so much easier. And this side, I actually feel like I see the aquamarine shade too when I'm blending it, as opposed to the other side where I felt like I didn't really see it too much at all. But I just see it like right above like the brow bone part. I don't actually like see it on my eye anywhere. So, but yeah, so far I'm liking the green side better, obviously. Let's swatch some of these greens and see how they look. And now it's only 2 green shades though, so they have one called Forest Dream, and it's really more of like a blue instead of a green. And then they have, what is it, Green Elves or Green Leaves, I believe. So those are the 2 that came out of this palette. So I'm gonna start, of course, with that one on the back, and then we're gonna move this one toward the front. That one kind of reminds me of Shade in the Soul Main palette that just doesn't have as much. This one just has a little bit more pigment than that one does. I'll try to pull it out at the end so you all can see what I'm talking about. But yeah, right now I'm just gonna start off with the Forest Dream shade, which is that blue shade, and put it toward the back of the eye. I'm sorry if you hear the people mowing their lawns outside. I think I'm gonna have to get my grandma's lawn mowed soon, or else I feel like they're gonna, you know, what do you call it? Send a notice or whatever, because they always send notices about stuff, anything to try to get money for their shitty suburb. Because I'm telling you, this suburb sucks ass. I absolutely hate it. I don't feel like the green was giving that much pigmentation, because I feel like you can still see the skin underneath my, like, underneath the shimmer that I added on. So I'm like, maybe it's one of those you have to pack on. Yeah, because I'm packing it now and it's, you know, like fine. But before, it wasn't showing up, whereas the blue one just does it on its own. And we're going to take this and dust all around. So there it is. So I do like the blue on this eye better, with the like detail of the monochrome, I mean the dual chrome blue. But I feel like the green in this palette works way better than this blue shade did personally for me. But I use a natural hair brush and I use a synthetic hair brush, so it might be that it just works better with a natural hair brush, and that blue can look just as nice. So we'll have to try it again another time. But my thoughts on this palette are I don't know, I'm not as impressed with this palette as I was with the first palette I tried. I mean, I do like the fact that they have unique color stories, and I feel like this is a pretty unique one, because people don't usually pair like oranges and pinks and these sort of tones with blues and greens, so I can appreciate that. But I'm not as impressed with this one as I am with the other one, but I didn't expect it to be, just because they're more pastel-y blues and greens, and the way my whole skin tone is set up, they don't work with colors like that very well. But I'm glad I tried it out, because I'm surprised and, you know, pleasantly surprised about how the green worked better than like the blue. But I think we're just gonna pop that other shade that we put on the inner corner on the other side and this side as well, and just call it a day. So let me go ahead and put Blue Bubble on the other side. I don't know why it looks more pigmented on the other side than it does on this side. Okay, that's better now that I eat. But anyway, so those are my thoughts on this palette. I hope you all enjoyed this video. Remember, you all are diamonds. If you want to try it out, I guess you should. I think I'm gonna have better luck and prefer the Alva palette, the original one, over this one. But we all know those are more of my tones. I like more mauvey and berry tone type looks as far as trying to be neutral goes. So I just feel like that's gonna be more my cup of tea. But like I said, if you want to try it out, you definitely should, because it's not like the shadow formula isn't good. It's just more of the color story isn't necessarily working for someone with my, you know, melanin. Anyway, I hope you all enjoyed this video. Remember, you all are diamonds, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye.